your clubhouse. So all the normal glitches will be fixed. Yes, GS Kumar, mic is all yours. So please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Raghavendra, and sorry about the glitch in the morning. So, good evening, everyone. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session on how to build trust and convert customers using the 7-11-4 rule. So, there is a concept of Google's 7-11-4 marketing rule for gaining more customer engagement for business. So, this topic I'll segregate into two. One, in the context of out of LinkedIn, on how Google is taking this particular role and giving a framework for all the business owners on how we can reach out, how is our online presence, all those aspects of it. The second part will be more towards in LinkedIn concept, how this 711 is applicable. So, to introduce myself, I am GS Kumar from the city of Bangalore, LinkedIn marketing consultant and trainer, helping MSMEs, early stage startups, MNCs, and job seekers in developing high ticket clients and MNC interviews, utilizing the power of LinkedIn and optimizing to the core. Optimization in the sense boosting with about 50 keywords to develop high ticket clients and MNC interviews for my target audience. So, to begin with this session, let me ask you something like, have you ever come across a new brand or new product online, but you didn't buy immediately? So, instead, you checked their website, reviews, social media, and maybe YouTube videos, those kind of things before making a buying decision. So, it's a very new product, and you have never ever came across that particular brand or product, and you just seen. But have you ever checked their website reviews before even trying to buy or trying to consider to attempt to buy all that? Can you put it in the chat box? We all might have this kind of an experience where every single day we come across new brand, new product and services online, but the decision making process is not happens very immediately. So that exactly what we are going to see in today's session on how to build trust step by step, so customers can more likely buy from entrepreneurs like this. So by the end of the session, we will have a clear strategy to get more leads and sales using the 7-11-4 concepts. I've also shared a YouTube link where it is going live on YouTube, and later we can just look at it on how these particular slides can really help you. Now, coming to the origin and definition of the, before going to the origin and definition of the 7-11-4 framework, the first aspect which we'll have to keenly look at it is when we are starting a business at an early stage startup or entrepreneurship journey. Most of us are not at all discoverable in the Google platform, because Google is an ocean where it captures all the online activities. And as a business owner and entrepreneur, we will have to be very visible in this platform. But at an early stage, we are not at all visible because we have not um, done our footprint in the any of the online space. So Google, when somebody searches, we will not even be very visible. But over a period of time, we will be making a lot of digital prints, and when somebody is searching for some product and service, our product gets visible out there. But predominantly 99% of people doesn't have the online footprint. Now, the second aspect which we'll have to think and contemplate is, one, we are reaching out to customers on educating our product and surveys and other aspects of it. In the reverse also happens, like customers also searching for our product and services, where we should be visible, and the right kind of keyword we are not utilizing. That is why we are missing those inbound leads, so called. That way we are missing out about 70-80% of the total incoming leads, if at all we are not making our digital footprint. So that is true for even LinkedIn, where a lot of people, uh, especially in the B2B space, they search for vendor, supplier, exporter, multiple other designation wise keyword they use into the context of LinkedIn. But in the context of Google, they will search for best services, top 10 sites, all those things they'll try to search, where our product will come under one of the list. So this is absolutely we are missing out if at all we don't have a digital footprint in the Google Ocean. Now today's customer has a wide variety of options, and the traditional marketing whatever we have followed may not be applicable to a great extent, because this is a completely new digital buyer which we have in this scenario or in this context. The old sales method we have all done, and it is kind of an outdated method of sales and marketing, where we do cold emailing, cold calls, and we'll qualify the leads and then start one by one. So that's the model which we reach out, or we select a particular marketing tool or marketing agency and try to reach out by campaign, or join some business networking forums, try to educate people. Those are the regular methods which we adopt when we are in a beginner stage. But predominantly, the success ratio comes very, very less, or buying cycle comes very, very less, because of the level of awareness and trust which we create in the market. Rather, the new sales model is more towards social selling. That means how we are selling online is called social selling, which needs a lot of engagement, building relationship, nurturing, and social proof, so that people start trusting us and then buy from us even without meeting offline. There is no meeting at all, it is required. So that's kind of a social selling is what is happening in last couple of years, where in the e-commerce space or many other space, it is happening at a majority level. You could have seen in last 5-6 years that majority of the population started buying online, and the personal meeting is not at all required for sales. So this is a social selling model we'll have to adopt in our system, where traditional business is also happening, but new adoption is required to impress and trigger the digital buyer who are have the pattern of buying online. So for that, we need a lot of social proof to make them trust in the online space. Of course, when we are meeting, we are exchanging visiting cards, we can talk about 15, 10, 20 minutes of how we can add value to their life and all that. But in the social space, we don't have time that much to educate the audience or bring a trust. So rather, we'll have to give a lot of proofs so that they start trusting us. That's a way. uh, in the digital space, we'll have to make a mark. Now, when it comes to statistics, there are a lot of reasons buyers give for vendor relationship to be very stronger. The first five factors they have listed. Number one is trust, which contributes to 52%. Number two will be personal relationship, which contributes to 45%. Number three, responsiveness. Number four, quality improvements. And number five, only value for the money. So we will all be thinking that, okay, if at all I give a 5% discount or 10% discount, people will shift their buying pattern from the regular people to me just because of the price. But it is actually opposite, and it ranks only at the fifth stage, where it contributes to only 38%. The more and more trust we build, that's where today's buyer start buying products from us. Now Google has came out with a framework on how the customer journey is happening till 2010, because that's the era where we have migrated a lot of to the digital marketing kind of a aspect, comparing to the traditional marketing. So they have framed a model which says first one is the stimulus, where we are trying to getting awareness about the product, and the first moment of truth will be on the shelf, where we see that okay, this is a new product, this is a new paste, or this is a new uh, cycle or bike, whatever it is. That's the first moment of truth, which they call it as the awareness stage. The second becomes the experience, where we buy the product and start utilizing it before getting some opinions or something, where it's a first hand experience of whatever we are getting, without any influence or without any knowledge or without any proof, where we see the product and we immediately buy based on our need and psychological level, multiple other things we decide, and we start purchasing that product. That was true till 2010 is what Google says, where the customer journey is only the three aspect: stimulus, first moment of truth, and second moment of truth. That's all. But they have come up with a new customer journey which says first is the stimulus, second is the Z mode. Okay. Zero moment of truth. That means I don't have any idea, I don't have any knowledge, and I'm seeing the product. Then the first moment of truth, then second moment of truth. That means second moment of truth is always the experience which we get the first hand experience of it.
Kumar, what do you mean by stimulus?
Stimulus means the awareness, what we get an idea, or somebody is recommending that particular product. Oh, this is a product which is existing, this is a product which has come new to the market. The first moment of idea or awareness level which we get knowing about the product.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So this is the customer journey which has turned after 2010, where this 711 concept coming into the picture. Now, coming to the definition of this framework, Z mode means zero moment of truth, which was introduced by Google's in somewhere in 2011. So it describes how customers research online before making a buying decision. So this is, we could have seen in the past, like we went to the supermarket and uh, got some awareness about a new product and we purchased it. But today, especially after COVID and all that, or even before that, the buying behavior is more towards online. We started buying in Amazon, Flipkart, and other things without getting to know about the product physically. We started seeing shopping, online shopping, and then started buying. But this Google has come across with the idea on how customer is researching online about a particular product and how it is influencing on the buying decision. So now Google has found out the time which is invested on researching, like consumers are engaging with more than two uh, online reviews or sources before even buying the product. It can be like online searches, reviews, social media, or it can be word of mouth also. So that is the kind of um, information they are trying to collect online or offline before even buying the product. That's the area which they are talking about, um, the 711 framework. Now, what is this 711? Now, before a customer makes a purchase, they need 7 hours of interaction. That means at least 7 hours engaging with your content to build trust. Number one. 11 touch points. Now, they should come across your brand at least 11 times. That's what they say. And 4 different locations. They must see you across 4 platforms. It can be website, Google, social media, WhatsApp, whatever it is. There should be 4. So they call it as 7 hours of interaction, 11 touch points, and 4 different locations. Now, why is this important? Earlier, Trust was built through face to face networking in local markets and recommendation from friends. That's how we bought the product or service. Even for insurance, for that matter, we just bought just because he's our relative. Okay. Now it happens through digital presence where we do multiple search, multiple opinions, reviews, and other things before even taking a decision, even if it is our brother or sister on how they are bringing the product to us. Now, customers don't immediately buy from a brand they see for the first time. They need to be more and more familiar with it. What exactly it contributes, what kind of value addition it is bringing. So that's why the research time is more and the buying cycle is getting delayed because of this kind of a customer journey. Now, question to you is think about the last time you followed or engaged with a new brand and how many times did you see the content before trusting them? It can be social media, Instagram, or anything. And what convinced you to buy, if at all it's a new product, what exactly convinced you to buy? It can be online reviews or recommendations or their website. What exactly triggered to buy that new product? Can you put it in the chat box? Anybody has no brought a new product in last 3 6 months? Cost, reviews, yes. So we all have this pattern of checking the reviews before even buying the product, which was not happening in the ester decades, maybe till 2000 or 2005, or even for that matter 2010. We are not spend too much of time on reviewing the product. Maybe one or two opinions we might take, but we may not be spending so much of time reviewing and taking opinions or consuming their content, all that. Yes. So cost, reviews, catalog, offer, these are the multiple things which we used to spend a lot of time before even taking a buying decision. That's what happens during this customer journey process. Now, coming to the step one, 7 hours of interaction, which which is like building trust. So you all know that trust is building cannot be built overnight. It should be a process. It consumes a lot of time and energy to build trust, especially on the new customers. And nowadays, customers need a lot of content, enough content and engagement, nurturing before they feel comfortable making a purchase. Now, let's take an example of somebody who's a fitness coach who's doing a business or starting a business in India. Now, imagine he is a fitness trainer selling online workout plans. Now, how he can build a trust? Now, if someone sees the ad and will they immediately buy? If you are seeing his kind of a business in somewhere in posters or somewhere, let's say he's a fitness coach, what kind of aspects you will think and what kind of elements you will be looking for, or will you buy immediately? Can you put it in the chat box? A fitness coach in India, he's just started a business. Can you put it in the chat box whether you will buy his coaching immediately, or how long will it take to buy a service or coaching from him? Can you put it in the chat box? Okay, predominantly no. I can assume that it is a no because we don't know multiple areas. So, what is the solution for him to reach out to the right customers? Yes, as Biju says, 100 days. Edward says till he establish. Yes, would read what he has written. Yes, if requirement is there, we'll explore. Yes. So unless there is a need, we don't even bother a fitness coach because he's not established. He's not giving you any idea. So what is the solution for him to establish or reach out? There are a couple of solutions. One, starting a YouTube channel with free fitness tips, which he can explain on how this fitness element can help the audience to make the regular life, diet free life, diet life, exercise life will help. Second, he can start a hosting Instagram live workouts every week, or share client transformation stories and testimonials, or publish blog posts and diet plans, or even offer a free fitness assessment call. Now, these are the activities which he can make in the uh, digital presence, so that people get to know, like, have a feel of his product. Meaning, product means he's not selling the product, but how he can give an experience that he has to show. Showing is more important on the online presence, where his YouTube channel or Instagram live or client transformation stories, free fitness assessment call, all this might give a great help to educate the audience, engage and nurture the audience in terms of how he can make a difference on our fitness journey. Now, I would request to spend about 1 minute of your time, like open a new tab and Google your business or your name, and see what have you seen in Google space about your business or about you, to understand how strong is your online presence. Just open a Google tab, type your business or type your name, and let me know what you have seen. How many online presence you have? You can just put it in the chat box to understand really how much online space we have occupied in the Google space. Take about 30 to 60 seconds. This will be like a realization idea where we understand how is our online presence is making a domination or no domination at all in the online space, because at this stage it's a digital presence which makes a lot of elevation to our business. And without online presence, the trust factor is completely nil, and we'll have to make an effort, consistent effort, to do this online presence, so that it reaches out in the mass. Have anybody tried? You can put it in the chat box on how many online presence you have. Maybe it might be a Facebook page or LinkedIn page, or even for that matter your website, Instagram page, multiple other things. But how many online presence you have, that's what we'll have to understand.
Kumar, my brand is showing first when I do research.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How many links you have related to your brand or your name in the first page?
Like showing only two.
Only two. Okay. How about others? Okay, one trial class, three YouTube, website, LinkedIn, Insta, yes, GMB, Google My Business, yes. These are all showcasing. Like typically for every entrepreneur, these are the major elements which get showcased in the online space. So we should count on how many online presence which we have, so that we understand a typical a new buyer or new customers, how much time he can engage with our content without meeting us. Once he gets an understanding that somebody called Edward, somebody called Chaitra, somebody called Ritika is showing the product or service, they'll get to know by their friends or recommendations through various platforms. And the moment they get to know, they go to online and search for your name and business services, and they'll see all this GMB, website, LinkedIn, Instagram page, Facebook page, all these things. So think about whether it is serving 7 hours of content, so that he can review all these elements and see what exactly you have contributed, what how much life you have changes, what value addition your products are giving, or what pain points of a customer you have solved in the past. All this content has to be present in your online presence, so that he consumes about 7 hours to understand more about the product and services, there is a detailing, but content consumption, whether you are able to give the right number of engagement nurturing to your potential buyer, that's what matters a lot. Now coming to this step 2, 11 touch points, and we'll have to keep showing it. Why 11 touch points? Because as you know, like customers, current customers are very very busy and very very easily distracted, right? The more you see the brand, the more likely the trust building can happen. Let's say an online bakery who's been opened very very recently in one part of Bangalore or Mumbai or Hyderabad, but they will have all the cake varieties, new varieties, all those things, but they may not get orders very immediately, because maybe like 10%, 20% who are passing by, who maybe their friends, all those people can buy, because I'm talking about this is an online bakery and not offline bakery. So walk-in customers may not even happen. So purely online bakery is what we are taking an example in this particular concepts. And if at all there is no touch point, like only one touch point they will have, this online website, where there in no other areas of touch points will be there, the pathetic situation will be he will get business only from his friends or relatives, where there is no touch points at all. Now what is the solution for bringing lot of touch points to the bakery is, they can start Instagram stories of the baking process, or they can post a WhatsApp status updates about the daily specials.
Excuse me, Kumar.
Yeah.
See, most of our OBN members are into health drink and related to health. If you relate an example with that kind of industry, it will be helpful for OBN members. Instead of bakery, I mean, in case of the health drink or the health products what we are manufacturing, you could just relate that. It could help them also.
Thank you. So let's say somebody who is a new entrepreneur who started a health drink. Okay, his presence is only online. He started a website, and he doesn't have any offline presence, and he has only a website who's selling online. So there is no offline store or something like that. Or let's say he's doing some health related coaching or business or something like that, where there is no physical presence or something is required. So this business is purely will be depending on the recommendations of the friends and relatives at a very very beginning stage, because he is not given any touch points, other touch points apart from his websites. Now think about that situation where how he can generate leads, how he can get orders immediately on this particular space is what we'll have to think over. Now what are all various touch points or online presence he can make, so that um, we'll get more and more trust about this health coaching or health products, supplements, those kind of products. Because health is something we cannot buy product immediately, because we'll double the time think the need and trust, because it's been consumed by our body, and will think double the time and take multiple opinions before even considering a product, because it is largely influences our fitness and diet. So we will be usually, as a customer, we will be spending a lot of time reviewing online digital presence or opinions from the users and all that. But in this case there is no testimonials are there in the market, because he's beginning very very new, and there is no customers at all at this stage. Somebody what they can do so that the trust building happens. So the solution can be multiple. It can be like they can start Instagram stories of how a fitness can really help with his products. WhatsApp status updates they can mention, or they can start Google My Business reviews, or at least GMB page when somebody is searching for the health related products. His Google My Business page pops up, or the minimum can be Facebook post announcing new flavors or new wide varieties, new health drinks, those kind of things, or short video which can be used on YouTube Shorts, or the majority of people, what we do is a WhatsApp broadcast with a small WhatsApp promo messages on special offers, because that's how you can shift the existing health conscious person to a new product by broadcasting, because it is already there in our phone number, and we just have to list out all the potential buyers and create a broadcasting message with a special offer so that they buy immediately. Or we can start a email newsletter with tips, health tips or something like that, or new recipe blog with a new health product or supplement, on how the new health supplement can be adopted with a regular diet plan. Those kind of things we can plan. And if at all it's a possibility, Instagram live Q&A can be made so that we can talk lively on the new supplement which can help influence or solve the pain points of the potential customer. We can also do cross promotions with a similar product area, health drink or health related stuff, health business. We can do a cross promotion. The final thing can be a discount pop-up in their website, where suddenly somebody is reaching his website, discount pop-up can appear so that he can buy immediately. So these are the various 11 touch points which we can make in terms of a new entrepreneur who's starting the health related supplement or product or fitness coaching, multiple things, so that consumers have enough areas to spend time, and without distraction they can buy the product. Otherwise, whatever we are showing is being shown by another 1,000 people on multiple touch points, so they obviously they get distracted. So when somebody is introducing their product in the OBN space or any clubhouse space, we don't buy immediately, because we go to the online space and see what is the product and service is benefiting out of it. And there are already 1,000 people have projected the kind of concepts which they are already making. So when we don't have an USP or a differentiation in the entire thing, we will miss out, because current customers are so distracted and so easily shift their mindset in buying the product from the person who has started immediately. Because in online space there is always there are a lot of touch points to engage them and nurture them to give more tips and tricks. Now, because in OBN or any other space, we might spend 30 minutes or 45 minutes with that person who is giving that speech. But when we go online and search for tips, we get a lot of information and we get easily distracted and forget about the person who has introduced that product or service also. So this is what happens when we have very minimal touch points in the space. So this is very, very crucial. When we are in the space, we'll have to create multiple touch points, and Google suggests us 11 touch points has to be made so that we occupy the mind of the consumer and engage a lot of time. And familiarity makes a lot of sense, because he'll have to, if we keep on shifting to multiple places also, he has to keep seeing our product. Let's say he's going to Instagram, he has to see. If he is watching a YouTube video, he has to see our product. That is why we'll have to create that space so that we remind them often, because the recall value is more critical when it comes to a new entrepreneurship journey, where people might forget after getting introduction to that product. So recall value, to generate recall value, definitely 11 touch points is what has been suggested by Google. Now, question to you is, think about the last products you bought from online, and how many times did you see their content before trusting them? Can you put it in the chat box?
Kumar, in the meantime, I just want to share, because I have been in the brand activation.
Yeah.
Collaborating with other brands is very important, actually. It gives a very good mileage.
Correct.
Like KTM bikes, when we had launched, what we did is we did stunt shows and cultural festivals in all engineering colleges.
Hmm.
So where all the youngsters were there, no, the whole KTM bikes is more, target group is the youngsters because it's more of racing. So
Hmm.
we did stunt shows and then we participated in all cultural fits. So that gave a big boost in terms of the KTM bikes. And second is like health drink we were talking about, no.
Hmm.
Many a times where new health drink or existing brand guys also, they also participate in like big marathons or like this the TCS 10K, those kind of a thing. So what happens there is they get the audience, they get the target group of that particular group to come into their group. So their the customer base is becoming much more wider. So collaborating with the brands which is closely connected gives a very very big mileage.
True, true. Especially for new entrepreneurs, collaboration is the major key here. And this reminds me of one more concept which I have read and it's been mind blowing concept which I've read in the 4 years back, which is called OPA, which means other people audience. So as new entrepreneurs, we may not have audience for our own set of product and service or trust building people, so we'll have to use other people audience. That means collaboration and multiple other things. So let's take an example of even movie production or even political aspect, that for that matter, a movie producer, he might be a new guy to the market, but he's using the actor and producing a product and other things to generate more audience for him. That means other people audience. Other people audience means the actor's audience is now getting awareness about the new movie production house. It may uh, it may give a lot of mileage to the new production house because he is new in the market and there is no trust or there is no reach out for him. But just because using the actor's audience, he's getting a mileage for his movie production and a profit margin and multiple other things. The same concept is applicable to the political parties also, where they build alliance because they want to use other people's audience. That means other people's followers to build a great alliance so that they achieve the target of achieving that particular number, which gives successful. So individually, if they play or individually they are running their business or any other thing, the mileage what we get by not using other people audience is completely uh, great loss when it is compared to using other people audience. So as you rightly said, collaborating with like-minded people or using other people audience in the same industry is a great tactic when we are at a beginner stage, and later we will have to multiply this effect so that uh, we use consistently and multiply the larger audience so that we get mileage out of it. That's a great point which we can use it. Now, step 3 will be 4 locations. So Google suggests this 4 location and become present in across 4 platforms. Minimum 4 platforms is what they are suggesting. Um, what they suggest is why 4 locations? If at all we are relying on one platform, we are missing out customers in the other platform. And the audience, the potential customers will be active on different platforms. So we'll have to meet the customers on where they are. So if you are limiting to one online platform, let's say most of the people what I can see is they are starting their Instagram page, but the Instagram page is limited to one particular audience where it will serve to one particular pattern of potential buyers. But we'll have to create minimum 4 locations like Instagram so that we cater or reach out to the multiple audience. That's what they suggest. Now, let's take an example of a new digital marketing consultancy or any other thing which is started very recently. So, if at all he uses only Instagram, he might be missing audience from Google or LinkedIn or YouTube. All those things he might be greatly missing out. because a lot of people need a digital marketing service, and uh, the customer number of customers he will be missing potentially because of the minimum presence which he has in Instagram. Now, how he can make his online presence greater or create minimum 4 locations can be, he can start again Google My Business or YouTube videos, WhatsApp Business, which can directly communicate with clients. Again, Instagram Reels and LinkedIn, all those minimum places he can create his presence, so that they reach out, and the wide majority of presence, online presence he has, so that he accumulates a lot of clients by looking at their needs, presence, all that. So minimum 4 locations is what Google is suggesting when we are coming to the online platform, especially to the entrepreneurs who are setting their new business which they are launching at this moment. But 90% of it we start from Instagram, but we'll have to once in 6 months we'll have to create some new space in the online space, so that we at least have 4 minimal space. That's the benchmark we have to create, so that every year we add new spaces to our business. Now, question to you is, where does your brand show up? Is it only in Instagram, or only in YouTube, or only in Facebook? Like how you have done research in the earlier thing where you have opened your Google, can you drop your online presence? Is it in only in Instagram or Facebook, or where exactly your presence? Can you put it in the chat box? If you have 4 locations, well and good. You can just type all these 4 locations where your online presence are there. Mr. Bhaskar says LinkedIn. Yes. Any other? I think mostly it will be like Instagram, I believe. Yes, Instagram, Facebook, FB, Reddit, LinkedIn, my own site. Yes. So minimum 4 location, if it is there, it is well and good. Otherwise, we'll have to start making that 4 locations, minimum 4 locations we'll have to create in the online space, so that we occupy most of the space. Yes, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Yes. Wonderful. So, quick summary on what we have spoken in last couple of minutes. 7-11-4 rule. So 7 hours creating valuable long form content is very crucial. That means long form videos, long form blogs, or long form webinar, workshop, for that kind of a matter. Even talking in Clubhouse is a long form content creation. So if it is in the concept of 7 hours, so that's 7 hours for you. 11 touch points can be engaging in multiple content types. That means post, emails, ads, stories, all those things. 4 locations can be using multiple platforms: Google, YouTube, any of the social media, LinkedIn or WhatsApp. So the next step or audit, what we can do is, just run through a quick audit of your brand presence on Google, so that you understand where are you currently active. We might be present in multiple places, but think about or audit your situation on where you are spending most of the time. Is it in Instagram, or is it in LinkedIn, or is it in Clubhouse? Where exactly you're spending long hours of time, that translates to how much hours you are giving to the audience on consuming the content. Second thing is, consistency is a key, because the more and more consistency is, the customers will repeatedly see our face, and customers need time and to trust us, because the moment when somebody is introducing, he is not going to buy the product. So only when we are consistent in multiple platforms, people keep repeatedly seeing our product and consuming the content, so that the trust building happens over a period of time. Now the third factor is experiment with new content formats. So we might be in a different space, but majority of the people we are not creating a video content. So maybe start experimenting how to create a video, or how to create a newsletter or a blog, or try attempting a WhatsApp marketing, something like that. You just experiment in the online space, so that you see the results from the customers. Especially it should be a new customer, where we have to experiment how this online effort is making a significant difference, or there is no significance at all. And this element has to be experimented once in 3 months or once in 6 months, so that we see how is our online presence is making a significant impact. Because majority of the time we might be driving or spending time to one particular platform. It can be a business networking platform, or it can be an Instagram. But once in 3 months, at least spend some one of your Sunday to audit all these things, and see any new location in the online market can you create, or take suggestions from other people on where you can create a new presence. It can be on share chat also. There is one app called share chat, where you can create your own online presence. So the idea is creating more and more locations, online locations, so that we reach out and have presence multiple times. Now, the quick question to you is, what is one thing you can implement or thinking of implementing after listening to all this 30 to 45 minutes of session? You can just type in the chat box. What is the one thing you will do after understanding this 711 4 concept? Can you put it in the chat box? Is there any new ideas which is popping up? Okay, let me start one new location online. Srinivas says, get a fourth point in social media. Yes. Any further plans you have to start a new online presence, maybe apart from Instagram? Are you planning something to start, maybe a GMB page, or maybe a WhatsApp marketing? Yes, Biju says, make a time to connect more customer relationship. Yes. Yeah, in the context of online presence, will you be able to start a new location online? That's the context here, where we are trying to see how is our online presence can make a significant difference. All right. Now I'll go to the second part of this session, where how LinkedIn is getting aligned with this 711 4 concept. I'll quickly tell the implementation methods in LinkedIn, so that we understand how this 711 4 principles is greatly associated with this. Now, in terms of 7 hours of customer engagement, it is more towards, in the LinkedIn context, it is more towards long form articles. It can be like newsletter, or about the challenges, trends, solutions, or future predictions, because this LinkedIn people will be more towards a knowledge seeker, more curious about the future predictions. So whatever coming new, those things we'll have to write in the newsletter, so that we build an authority on LinkedIn by telling the future aspects of it. Now they say AI and multiple other things. We start writing about it by collecting a lot of information that will influence a lot in the minds of the customers, because we are telling something new to the market. So that way, telling new in LinkedIn is very crucial, and especially when it is in the long format content. And you can also post detailed case studies of your past um, industry experience or product experience on how certain companies have solved the problems by in terms of any crisis that they have faced, how they have solved their issue. That those kind of case studies we can make. Or the element which nobody is trying or nobody is doing is LinkedIn Live. As far as Indian context, slowly it is popping up, and very less number of percentage people are going on LinkedIn Live. So it is very crucial for an entrepreneur where we drive a space or where we play in a ground where there is very limited competitors or limited um, number of influencers which say shift in the market. So creating LinkedIn Live will make a significant difference, because the other competitors may not be even trying or attempting that kind of a LinkedIn Live kind of an aspects. So those kind of things we can attempt, so we can create a new strategy out of it to grab the customer's audience. And the major element on LinkedIn is continuously posting means it is not creating a post and posting on a regular basis on the feed. It is also commenting with the the industry which we belong to. We have to keep on commenting and engaging with the opinions of the subject matter experts where they are already publishing a lot of content. By giving a lot of opinion about that particular content, we can create our own visibility, because this significantly improves your profile views. So posting doesn't mean creating a new post and posting in our timeline. Rather, posting also means that we have to engage with other people content, so that our profile views are increasing and we are creating a new visibility for new audience. That's very crucial. Now, in terms of 11 touch points, it can be daily post, LinkedIn stories, engaging with content. We can also create LinkedIn polls for that matter, or we can start a weekly newsletter. All those things we can significantly make a difference in terms of creating a lot of touch points on LinkedIn, so that they see everywhere when they open group, our posting should be there, or when they see a trending article, our comment should be there. So likewise, we'll have to create multiple touch points. Now, when it comes to four different location, profile optimization, because people are discovering vendors, suppliers in the B2B space, B2B market, where they are regularly searching suppliers and vendors for their corporate association. So only when we are using the right set of keywords on LinkedIn, headline and multiple areas, we will be discoverable by the B2B corporate audience. Second thing is on the LinkedIn groups, where a lot of relevant LinkedIn groups are formed already in the space. We just have to join and make our presence. And we can also run video content via LinkedIn ads, so that the presence can be wide variety, because LinkedIn is not, or any other platform is not limited to a geography. It is a worldwide element which we can reach out. So that way, creating this LinkedIn presence through a video and other things is very helpful, because 4 days before I've posted one video which got about 30,000 impressions on one particular topic. So video has been highly recommended by LinkedIn right now, and the algorithm is supporting a lot on terms of LinkedIn video. Now, these are the areas which we have to um, discuss and keep it in mind, so that when we are creating an online presence, this 711 principle will really influence in terms of reaching out to the right customer, engaging, and have a consistent presence online, so that the influence towards the buying decisions can be at a larger. Rather, when we are limiting our presence to one particular platform online, we are obviously reducing the reach out to the potential customers, and we are missing out the gold mine of people who are already searching for it. Because online, as you know, people have the habit of searching some content related to their pain points, related to your challenges and all that. So when somebody is searching, our product and service has to pop up. That's way we can create a differentiation in reaching out to their mind, rather than trusting only on the friends and influencer circle or recommendations from other people is only limiting our business in one or the other form. Rather, we'll have to make a serious and consistent effort every 3 months to audit this 711 4 principle in order to reach more and more people. Um, now, final conclusion will be couple of elements which I'll try to share. One will be understanding the problem. When we are started attempting this 711 4 formula, especially in India, we'll have to understand the problem why people don't know about our business. One is we face we are reaching out only to our close circle friends, our family friends, and sometimes even our family and friends don't even know what we are really doing. So that's the very pathetic situation where many entrepreneurs face, that sometimes in a marriage or sometimes in other situation when we meet, they say, okay, you do this, I don't even know this. So that's the criticality which we face when we when especially a new business owner is starting business. Even our friends and family relatives doesn't even know that we are solving one particular issue in the market. So that's why this critical presence is very very important. And we'll have to also understand customers buying pattern, because they start searching in Google instead of directly coming to you for business and interacting. So whatever we want to communicate to the potential buyer or customer, we have to create that as a online content, maybe in a video, maybe in a newsletter or multiple thing, so that their questions has been answered. So earlier it was like FAQs, frequently asked questions in the website, but try to see how you can reutilize that frequently asked questions into a newsletter or video, so that if somebody is searching for that pain point, they get the answer out of it. And lack of visibility in online search translates to business loss. Like, business opportunities is already lost, because if we are not searchable, we are losing a gold mine, where when we are trying to reach out, we are trying to educate people, but when customer is searching and we are not present, that means it's completely lost, because they are ready to buy, but since we are not present online, we are missing out to the golden opportunities who are ready to buy the product. Second, the power of content we are not still realizing is what I feel, because the right now the customers are not searching for general content; they are asking for solutions to their specific problem. Like, you could have seen people using best, in their searches. If you go to online, you will search best t-shirts, best laptops, best uh, grocery, something like that. Best is what something we use. So when you're creating some content, online video or a newsletter, something, use the word best, or how to kind of words you'll have to use in the beginning. Maybe in the YouTube also you could have seen a lot of how to videos, which potentially they'll try to solve a problem in indirectly selling their product and services. If you're watching the upcoming videos or something, try to see these nuances on how they are making a how to video, and end of the video they might add a call to action to buy the product and service from them. So that's where they'll create. So this is very critical when we need to understand how people are searching, or how our customers are searching some pain points, specific challenges related to our product and service, so that we have to understand those things and create a content which will directly go to their search list when they are searching for it. Four different locations, I think enough we have been spoken. If you have one location, try to attempt create new locations. At least once in 3 months, create new locations. It can be also creating a or joining a business networking platform as well, because that way you are creating a new space for you. Because last year I was not in Clubhouse, but this year I'm in Clubhouse, reaching out to a lot of people, speaking. These are all long form content which I'm engaging with Clubhouse, which eventually got a result. like I've been able to reach out a lot of new people which whom I've not met last year. So that way, when I created a new space in Clubhouse, I was able to reach a lot of people and have some or the other conversions happening. All this are happening. So I'll come to the conclusion of this particular talk or a brainstorming session that this area is just a beginning. This just a trigger point for us to start the 711 concept related to our online presence, because that is in this era, at least 2025 to next 2030, digital presence gets more and more occupied, and our competitors are using the online presence in a variety of measures and very wide variety of options. So if we are not creating new online presence, we are missing out the golden opportunity of customers. So if we are not attempting, we'll have to attempt those kind of attempts at least once in 3 months. Do an audit of your 711 presence and try to create new online presence so that it is highly effective for our business. So that brings to the end of the session, and maybe we can brainstorm, because this is just not a question and answer. There's a brainstorming activity where everybody will be having a similar experience or multiple experiences related to it, but we have not aligned to this 711 strategy which Google have suggested. So I would love to hear your own experience related to this concepts of online presence, and we can discuss from here. Back to you, Raghav.
It was a wonderful session, GS Kumar. So yes, when it comes to online presence, it's very important. Like everybody should definitely give little bit of thinking about it, because when you ignore technology or maybe digitalizing about your portfolio visibility, so then it's a really big hit. So we need to give a lot of concentration on this. And if you search my name, Raghavendra Anjanappa, you will see many in the homepage, in the web, in the images, in the videos. You can see many. Like that is what is very important. If you search for the brand name, you will see multiple contents about the company. So this is what is very required. And if